One, what could be the best regulation? The first thing we must do at global level, including the US, is to phase out fossil fuel subsidies. We should not pay taxpayers' money for polluting. We should not pay subsidies for the traditional fossil fuel sources, either oil or natural gas or coal. Power generation with coal produces only 40% of the total electricity in the world. However, power generation with coal produces 70% of the air pollution and 70% of the carbon emissions. So we need to reduce that. And somebody says that it could hurt job creation. That is not true. To say probably in the coal industry, including mining and power generation, there are like 80,000 jobs in America. And of course, we need to protect them, and we need to provide to all those workers like a fair transition. However, only solar energy in the US has generated 210,000 jobs, several times the traditional coal jobs. So the new economy, the new jobs, the new economic growth is associated with the new climate economy, with renewable energy, not with the traditional fossil fuels. And again, that's the main thesis of the Commission. It is possible to generate the economic growth and the jobs we need, meanwhile doing the right thing, tackling climate change, reducing carbon emissions. So the regulations we need is one, we need to withdraw fossil fuel subsidies at global level. Second, it would be better if we can price the carbon, in the sense if you want to produce emitting carbon emissions, okay, but you will pay for that. The more you pollute, the more you pay. That should be the right regulation. Other point, what is happening in the current administration? It is not true that the regulations preventing carbon emission was preventing job creation or the new economy. On the contrary, the largest number in the energy sector related or associated with jobs and economic growth were exactly in the new sources of energy. Clean energy, either wind energy, solar energy, were generating much more jobs in the United States than the jobs generated in coal, in natural gas, or oil combined. So it is false that the regulation in the US was preventing either economic growth or job creation. On the contrary, it was promoting economic growth. In that sense, it's a big mistake to remove that regulations. And I'm not talking about the environmental part of that. Of course, it's hurting the environment, but also it's hurting the economy to do things. And third, it's not going to prevail. Why? Because the new economy and the new regulation is more associated with economic reasons to do so. Any investors, for instance, considering the risk that in the future coal mining or coal power generation will be reduced due to the new regulations or due to the pressure of the people or due to the new regulations against air pollution, nobody rationally is going to invest in a long-term investment, saying 30, 40, 50 years in a coal mining and a coal power generations, if he or she has she or he is afraid that that investment will be on a stranded asset in 10 or 15 years. So the economy is working by itself.